back in senior year. While every other simp is busy fawning over the two-faced campus it girl, I only have eyes for the ice-cold girl who has nothing to do with me. And no, it's not because of her figure. It's because in my past life, I couldn't tell a fake from a hidden gem. I got hit by a car buying milk for the two-faced girl and ended up paralyzed in a hospital bed for 3 years. And that girl, she showed up once with a group of classmates, then never again. But Vera, the aloof girl I barely knew, showed up one day, eyes red, looking like she had rushed to get there and stayed for 3 full years until she died saving a little girl from a river. And that fierce adorable presence disappeared from my room forever. Now I'm reborn standing at a bubble tea shop staring at the girl I never deserved. How blind was I not to see she liked me? Just then, a soft voice floats in from the door. "Xiao, you still haven't gotten it yet?" I'm holding a cup of bubble tea in my hand, still warm. Vera knows it's for Mia. Mia walks in, and the first thing she sees is Vera standing right in front of me. Mia squares her shoulders, full of confidence. Because she knows that no matter how perfect Vera is, there's one thing Vera can never beat her at. Xiao likes me, not her. It doesn't matter how gorgeous Vera is. With that thought, Mia slides up next to me with a sweet smile, pressing against my arm. "Vera, fancy seeing you here." What a coincidence. Then she holds out her hand to me out of habit. I tear open the cup and push the straw in. A shadow flickers across Vera's eyes. Just as Mia reaches for the cup, I hand it to Vera instead. "Want some? It might be a little sweet though. This one's 70% sugar. Want me to get you a fresh one?" Vera stares at me like she can't believe what she's seeing. Her eyes are full of confusion. Beside us, Mia whines softly. "Xiao, that's my drink." I turn to look at her. "If you want one, go buy it yourself. Right over there." I even helpfully point toward the order counter. Mia looks at me, stunned and hurt. "Didn't you buy that for me? I've been waiting outside for ages. It's so cold out." She glances at the cup in my hand, eyes and cheeks flushing pink. "Is it because you ran into Vera, so you gave it to her first?" She murmurs with a wounded little smile. "Xiao, you're too kind." I look at her and laugh. I pull the drink back. I don't offer it to Vera anymore. The moment Vera sees me take it back, the light in her eyes dies completely. But she keeps her back straight and says, like it doesn't matter at all, I can afford my own bubble tea. Mia watches me take it back exactly as she predicted and feels a quiet rush of satisfaction. She puts on a little pout and says, of course Vera can buy her own drink. She's loaded. "Xiao, you really didn't have to. But since you already offered it to her, I don't want it now." She's about to ask me to buy her a new one because no way she's touching something that's been near Vera. But instead of offering it to Mia, I put the straw straight to my own lips and take a sip. Then I pull out my phone and hand it to Vera. "This one's too sweet. Pick whatever you like. I know you can buy your own, but I want to treat you." I don't even glance at Mia. Mia freezes and for some reason a wave of panic rises in her chest. Stone, who came in with Mia and hasn't said a word this whole time, has gone from shocked and jealous that I know Vera to quietly thrilled. His moment has finally come. He leans over to Mia softly. "Mia, what do you want?" "I'll get it for you." I glance at Stone, same class as me, also into Mia, always seen himself as my rival. In my past life, watching him orbit Mia used to drive me crazy. Now, I couldn't care less. It has nothing to do with me anymore. Mia's stinging inside. She's so used to me revolving around her every move. This is the first time I've ever ignored her, and mixed in with the sulking and the anger is a deliberate pettiness. So, Mia turns to Stone with a pointed sweetness. "Sure, brown sugar bubble tea, 70% sugar." "Thanks." Then she deliberately looks my way, waiting for me to step in like I always do, but I've already looked away smiling at Vera instead. "Go ahead, pick one." Vera's heart is beating a little fast. She reaches for my phone and then her own phone buzzes. She stops like she's snapping out of a dream. "It's fine. I don't want any." She picks up her phone and steps outside to take the call. Mia watches this and something sinks in her chest. Something feels off about Xiao today. I glance at the door with a flicker of concern and quietly order Vera hot milk tea. Meanwhile, Stone comes back fast with 2 cups and eagerly holds one out. "Here, Mia, 70% sugar. It's getting late. Let me walk you home." Mia takes the cup and immediately frowns. "Cold in this weather? Is Stone actually made of rock?" But she lets a smile cross her face anyway. A practiced little smile and says sweetly, "Thank you, Stone. You're so thoughtful." Mia sees that I'm not even looking their way and her expression darkens. She glances at Stone, who is staring at her with obvious devotion. Xiao always walks her home. Everyone else left the party early, but Xiao came here just to get her bubble tea and Stone stayed behind, too, clearly hoping to get a moment alone with her. But Zhao's attitude right now. So, Mia turns to Stone with a defiant tilt of her chin. "Okay, walk me home then." She looks over at me as she says it. I give her nothing, not even a glance. Is this about her at the party and me turning her down? Mia stares at the cold drink in her hand, frowning. I pick up Vera's order just as Stone is already eagerly announcing, "My ride's here. Let's go, Mia." Mia is still staring at me with those big watery eyes. I smile and give a little wave. Bye. Stone leads a pouty Nia out. Just as they leave, Vera pushes through the door. She pauses, eyes landing on me, still standing in the shop. I see her come in and hand her the drink I ordered. 30% sugar pure fresh milk bubble tea at night messes with your sleep. Vera has seen this side of me before, warm, attentive, gentle, but that warmth has always been aimed at Mia, the lucky girl, never at her. So, right now Vera doesn't know what to do with herself, doesn't even know what expression to make. She looks away and says coolly, "Who asked you to decide for me? I can buy my own." The moment it's out, she regrets it. That probably annoyed Xiao, but I just laugh. Fine. Pay me back next time. You can treat me next time. Vera's heart skips at the word. The corner of her mouth lifts just slightly. Against her will, she reaches out and takes the cup. She tries to sound casual. "The next time, I'll treat you." I kind of want to ruffle her hair, but that would be weird. Vera seems to remember something. I have to go. I think of what she said earlier, that she had something to tell me. It must be a confession. Didn't you say you had something to say? Vera touches her faintly warm ear. Next time. I sigh. Then let me walk you. No need. My driver's here. I'm going. Vera feels like I've been too gentle with her today, unsettlingly so. It throws her off balance. She waves and turns to leave. I call out a soft hey, but she's already out the door. Vera gets into the car and sits there, staring at the warm cup in her hands, slightly dazed. She really did come here planning to confess today, even knowing Zhao's heart has always belonged to Mia. She still wanted to try. If she doesn't try, there's no chance at all. Her family wants her to study abroad the moment college entrance exams are over. But she can't bring herself to leave Xiao behind. Vera looks out the window, but after what just happened, maybe she's not completely out of chances. At least Xiao seems like his eyes don't only see Mia anymore, and he knows she likes 30% sugar. Something about him feels different. On my end, I watch Vera's car pull away, then head straight home. Dad is on the couch reading when I walk in. We're a comfortable family, not rich, but steady. Dad is a teacher. Mom is a doctor. She's not home tonight, probably on a night shift. Dad glances up at his son who sighs the moment he walks in. What's going on? You sigh every time you see me. In my past life, after the accident, my dad, once so cheerful and warm, went nearly white-haired within 2 days. His face aged with new lines, like he aged 10 years overnight. Those years after must have been torture for both my parents. My eyes sting, but I still pull up a smile. No, I didn't. I didn't sigh. Hey, old man, you're still up? Pa, I'd love to sleep. Dad puts down his book and stands. Your mom told me she noticed you weren't sleeping well the past couple days. Up too late at night. She figured you were running hot, so she asked me to make you some herbal sweet soup. He heads to the kitchen grumbling, my wife cares about you more than she cares about me. I follow behind him watching his still straight back. Of course, I'm her flesh and blood. The truth is, I'd been losing sleep those past few nights because I was obsessing over how to confess to Mia at the party. The necklace I bought did get given away, but the confession still crashed and burned. Years of scholarship money. Almost all of it spent on Mia, not a single cent spent on my parents, not even $1. And yet Mom is still up worrying about my sleep. And Dad, who never stays up late, is waiting for me to come home and drink soup. Dad lifts the lid and pauses mid-motion. There's a second portion inside, saved for Mom when she gets home. Then he turns around and sees me standing behind him, eyes red. Hey, you don't have to get emotional about soup. He hesitates. You broke? Need allowance money? Even so, don't cry about it. He gives me a look. I force a crooked smile. Come on, I just suddenly feel how hard you both work. Dad blinks. Something about today's version of his son feels off. Before he can figure it out, I've already taken the bowl and walked out. Dad follows with a sigh. Talk to me if something's going on. You're growing up. I get that you keep things to yourself now. That's fine. But if something's too big to handle alone, you come to us. You're still young. Got it, old man. You talk too much. I bow my head and take a sip of the soup. I don't look up. Go to sleep before Mom gets home, or you'll just wake up again. A tear drops quietly into the bowl as I speak. All right, you little punk. Leave the bowl when you're done. I'll wash it tomorrow. And get to bed early. You're up all night every night. Dad shuffles toward the bedroom, but stops at the door. You still got money? You're always helping that classmate of yours. You're not going broke on her, are you? My parents are genuinely good people. What a shame I wasn't a good son to them in my past life. I'm fine. Go to sleep. Stop worrying. Dad doesn't say anything else. He goes in and closes the door. I sit in the living room for a long time after finishing the soup. In my past life, the last 3 years were spent entirely in the hospital. The accident left my body wrecked, and every single day meant 4 drips and medications. My parents and Vera took turns at my bedside day after day for 3 full years. This time, I'm going to be good to Vera, good to my parents. I won't let them down again. As for Mia, she can stay in the past. Then a thought hits me. I don't think I have Vera's contact. Oh, come on. I grab my phone and search. Sure enough, nothing. I sigh. I open a profile picture, just a basketball in an empty court. Bro, you got Vera's contact? A question mark pings back immediately. Then, you're switching Sims on me? At least your taste finally improved. That sharp-tongued voice is Leo, my best friend. We haven't been on speaking terms lately because he couldn't stand watching me simp for Mia. He was so fed up knowing I planned to confess tonight that Leo didn't even show up to the party. But in my past life, when he found out I had gotten hurt because of Mia, Leo, even though we were still on bad terms, went back to school to pick up his college acceptance letter and tore into Mia right there on campus. I heard he said things so brutal she broke down crying on the spot. Then later, he ran into Mia getting cozy with another guy on the street and couldn't hold back. He went at her again. The guy with her threw a punch. Leo threw one back, and both of them ended up at the police station. Turns out the other guy had connections. Leo got a criminal record from that fight, which meant he could never take the government job exam for life. Looking at Leo's spiky text now, something aches in my chest. I can't help smiling anyway. I send a voice message. Ball game tomorrow? A beat. Then a voice message fires back. Pure irritation. Ball game? Are you serious? Haven't even finished my homework, and school's back in 2 days. We'll play when I'm free. Then he sends a contact card. Vera's contact. You were in the same club, and you don't even have her info? Embarrassing. I send him a meme, something like, "Thanks, Daddy." Then tap the contact card. She's already in my contacts. I blink. I open the chat and find there's actually a message history. But reading it now feels like a punch to the gut. Every holiday, every single birthday, she sent a message right on time. And every single time, I replied with one word, "Thanks." I close my eyes. They sting. And suddenly, I don't have the nerve to send her a single word. How many little secrets does Vera have that I never knew? I tap into her social feed. Meanwhile, Mia gets home. Her grandmother is already asleep. The building is old and rundown. Even the stairwell light is broken. And Stone, true to his name, dropped her off at the entrance and left. Standing there in the dark, Mia thinks of me. For years, I walked her to her door without fail, rain or shine. She goes up to her room, checks her phone. Nothing from me. She tosses it onto the bed with a flash of anger. Xiao is so out of line. She was literally just thinking, if he apologized, she would grudgingly forgive him. But fine, she is absolutely done with him. Her fingers drift to the necklace I pressed into her hand earlier tonight. Mia picks up her phone again and posts to her social media. The night is so cold. I miss you, even if you've already grown tired of me. Then she waits, full of hope for me to respond. But the next day comes and still nothing. First day back at school, Leo shows up early. He's surprised to find the classroom already half full. He spots me and raises an eyebrow. Here already? Not out fetching your princess? In my past life, I showed up before the school bus every single day, rain or shine, picking Mia up and walking her home. Leo was so used to it that seeing me just sitting at my desk feels wrong. He can't help taking a jab. I glance up from my textbook. Drop the sarcasm. I brought you breakfast. Eat up before the teacher gets here. Leo looks at the soy milk and egg crepe on his desk. His mood visibly lifts, but his tone stays sharp. My family runs a breakfast shop. Why are you bringing me food? That's what he says. But he eats without hesitation. Don't push it. By the time class is about to start, the room is filling up. Leo finishes the last bite of his egg crepe and finally looks at me. So, what's the deal with Mia? You're really done chasing her? Done. My voice is flat. Studying hard, nailing the college exam, doing my part for the future. Leo gives me a look. Then why did you ask for Vera's contact that night? He raises an eyebrow. Don't tell me you couldn't see that she likes you. I turn to Leo. You knew? A lot of people do. You were the only one walking around completely blind. A real gem right in front of you, and you were worshipping a fake. Leo doesn't bother hiding the contempt, but instead of getting defensive, I nod in agreement. Yeah, I had my head completely in the clouds. We're still talking when a commotion breaks out in front of us. Sophie is fussing over Mia, who walks in with red-rimmed eyes. Mia, why are you so late? Zhao's already here. Mia goes still. She turns to look at me, eyes wet. I glance up at her. There's still a trace of warmth in my eyes, but the moment I see her, it fades. I look away and murmur to Leo, do me a favor and let it go. Leo snorts. He glances at Mia and says nothing. That's enough to make Mia's tears spill over. For 2 days, she held herself back from texting me, posting once a day on social media, waiting for me to reach out first. But this morning, she woke up to silence. She finally broke. She sent me a message. Xiao, I'm craving egg crepe. But the moment it sent, an error popped up. They are no longer connected. Mia's stomach drops. He deleted her. Her hands shake as she pulls up my social profile, blank, completely empty. The mix of hurt and anger in Mia's chest turns to pure panic. She scrambles to get ready and rushes downstairs. Sure enough, that familiar figure is nowhere to be seen. Hey, Mia, why are you crying? Stone walks in just in time to see her tears and can't stop himself from calling out, what happened? His voice carries. Heads turn all around the classroom, every head except mine. I keep my head down and write in the answer I just worked out. Xiao, how could you do this? Mia doesn't take Stone's tissue. She doesn't care who's watching. She knows exactly how to pull at people's hearts. Tears fall one by one. Her voice trembles. Why did you delete me? My pen stops. I finally look up at her, so familiar, the wounded look, the teary eyes, as if I've committed some unforgivable crime. She's used this look on me so many times before, but this time I just stare back, cold. I was cleaning up my contacts. Some people weren't necessary. That word drains the color from Mia's face. Not necessary. I watch her in silence. Around us, classmates murmur and lean in, hungry for the drama. But, before they can get much more, the homeroom teacher pushes the door open. Mia bows her head, tears still falling. Sophie quietly slips her some tissues, feeling secondhand embarrassment, but also deeply curious about what went down. Mia takes the tissues, mouths a quiet thank you, wipes her eyes, and sets her bag down at her desk. Out of habit, she reaches inside and feels something warm. She pulls it out. It's breakfast. Her eyes light up. She knew Xiao couldn't really ignore her. He was just sulking, right? Was it because of Stone? Xiao really needs to work on that temper. Mia grumbles inwardly, but underneath the complaints is real unease. Zhao's attitude lately has been impossible to read. So many guys like her. None of them compare to Xiao. She touches the necklace. She'll give him an opening after class, something gracious. As for him embarrassing her publicly, she'll settle that score later. With that thought, I stand up and stretch lazily, just in time to see Mia set a rice noodle roll and the necklace on my desk, eyes still red. Her voice wavers. Since we're apparently strangers now, take it all back. You don't have to be nice to me anymore, not ever. She lingers with a mournful, reluctant look. Next to me, Leo rolls his eyes so hard it's a wonder they don't fall out. What is this, a K-drama? Mia turns back to her seat and starts counting down in her head, waiting for Xiao to come coax her. She barely gets to before a familiar hand drops the bag back onto her desk. Her lips start to curve and then she hears me say, I didn't buy this, but I'll take the necklace back. Should be able to recoup something. Mia's expression freezes. Meanwhile, I'm in a great mood. I thought about asking for it back before, but couldn't bring myself to. Now I look at the necklace she just handed back herself. What a shame. Won once, already secondhand. Leo, isn't there a secondhand jewelry shop near your place? Come with me after school and help me sell this thing. Might still get a decent price. This time Leo actually believes it. I've really stopped simping. Something in him relaxes. He figures last night's rejection must have finally knocked some sense into me. Yeah, there's one. Piece still looks pretty new. You could just give it to my mom. Resale's going to cost me a few hundred. No, my mom doesn't want something that's already been on someone else. It's been touched. I don't even think before saying it. Up ahead, Mia feels the world blur and the tears come. What is wrong with Xiao today? Stone picks exactly this moment to come jogging over, spots the breakfast on her desk and says eagerly, Hey Mia, why aren't you eating? That place just opened. I queued all morning for it. Mia is already a mess of hurt and fury and my word touched sends all that rage straight at Stone. She snatches the bag and hurls it at him without hesitation. Who asked for your breakfast? Can you just stay away from me? She shoves her chair aside and storms out. Stone takes the hit and just stands there, dazed, not even sure what just happened. One of the guys nearby has been watching the whole thing and grins. Stone, the class beauty, thought it was from Xiao. Turns out it was you. She's not interested. Stone spins and glares at me, face twisting. Xiao, you shameless. Did you tell her it was from you? I never said it was. She assumed. Not my problem. I scoff. Instead of being mad at the person who threw food on you, you come at me. What are you, a dog? Just bite whoever's closest? The whole room goes quiet. They're so used to the calm, polished version of me. Today I'd blown that image apart hit by hit. Leo gives me a thumbs up then turns to a stunned Stone with a smirk. Done picking on easy targets? The easy target just grew a spine. You might want to go check on your girl before someone else steps in and simps for her and you're out of the picture. Stone's face goes tight. He shoots one last glare at me then turns and leaves. Leo looks at me. Since when did you grow claws? A sharp mouth is its own reward. Now I finally get why you love doing this. I give him an easy smile. After the morning's drama, Mia doesn't approach me again. She's rattled but still convinces herself I'm angry because of her rejection and because she let Stone fawn over her. So she ignores every guy around her, wearing a look of pure wounded suffering, but she can't stop the creeping thought, what if Xiao really is done with her? A cold fear of being abandoned settles in. The whole morning her mind drifts. When the lunch bell rings, the guys bolt for the door like it's a race. I drag Leo with me. He protests loudly, what's the rush? The sweet and sour pork ribs at the cafeteria, only on Mondays. I'm already pulling him and running, voice tight with urgency. Behind us, Mia watches us go, face pale. She turns to Sophie, can I eat with you today? Sophie looks at her pitiful expression and sighs, okay, but Mia, what's going on with you and Xiao? That one question makes Mia's eyes go red all over again. Sophie waves her hands quickly, never mind, you don't have to, it's fine. Mia wipes her eyes. Let's just go to the cafeteria. The girls head out together. In the cafeteria queue, Leo notices me scanning the room and gets curious. Looking for someone? Truth is, I don't even like sweet and sour pork ribs, but I know Vera does. In my past life, she mentioned more than once that she missed them from this cafeteria, which means she really loves them. Sure enough, I spot Vera at the entrance pulling Lily in with her, rushing, but the line is already long. If they queue from the back, there might not be any left. Lily sighs and looks at Vera, expressionless as always, but the disappointment is there. I'm so sorry, Vera, this is on me. If I hadn't gotten my period out of nowhere, we wouldn't have missed it. It's not your fault. If we don't get it today, we'll come back next week. Vera glances at the line. Even knowing they probably won't make it, Vera joins the back of the line anyway. 2 people behind them is Mia's group. Mia looks at Vera ahead of her. She is the kind of person who draws every eye just by standing still. Meanwhile, I walk up and order 3 servings of sweet and sour pork ribs, 2 to go. How much do you love this dish? Taking leftovers home now? Leo stares at me, baffled. I glance at him, mind your business. When Leo sees me heading toward the back of the line with 2 takeout boxes, it hits him. Is this guy seriously packing ribs for Mia? Vera hadn't even noticed Mia's group behind her. Then a burst of excited voices breaks through. Mia, look, it's Shao, he's coming this way. That takeout has to be for you. Vera is dangerously attuned to my name. She looks up and sees me holding 2 boxes of sweet and sour pork ribs. He's been so impossible today, I'm not talking to him. Mia's voice carries a mix of hurt and pride. She casually glances toward Vera, and sure enough, Vera's eyes are locked on me, and I'm walking straight toward Mia's side. The knot in Mia's chest loosens just a little. She knew Shao wouldn't really ignore her. She lets herself smile, runs a hand through her hair, heart unexpectedly fluttering. She's decided she'll forgive him. The thing is, I genuinely hadn't even noticed Mia's group. You are unbelievable. I hear Leo muttering and grumbling, and he shoots me a look. How long have you been going on? I say, exasperated. I'm about to ask what he's even complaining about when I realize I'm already in front of Vera. I plan to hand her the takeout first, then deal with Leo. But the moment I step up to Vera, before I can say a word, Mia's voice cuts in. A pale hand snatches the bag from mine. Thanks for packing this for me. I yank it back immediately. Then I look at a stunned Mia. No, the nerve. This isn't for you. The words land like a slap. Heads snap toward me from all directions. I don't acknowledge any of them. I turn to Vera, whose expression hasn't had time to go neutral yet. Vera, this is for you. Gone is every trace of the cold impatience I showed Mia. My voice is soft. The crowd that had been quietly enjoying the drama suddenly freezes. This just became a whole different kind of show. 2 of the school's most stunning girls in a moment that cuts between them. Vera snaps back to reality as Lily quietly pinches her side. She looks down at the 2 boxes in my hands. For me? Yeah. I got 2 extra servings. Saw you in this line. Figured you must like them, too. My voice is warm as I look at her. Mia has been completely erased from the scene. Her face drains of color. Every watching eye feels like a laugh aimed at her. She shoots a burning glare at me and Vera, then bolts out of the cafeteria, eyes red. Sophie lets out a surprised sound and follows. Then someone calls out softly, Shao, Mia just ran out crying. My expression doesn't change. I glance at her. What does that have to do with me? Lily lets out a quiet laugh. Looks like her best friend's secret crush might actually be going somewhere. She smiles and reaches over to take the takeout from my hands. Thanks, kiddo. We almost thought we'd miss out today. Vera looks up at me, too. She caught everything. Every bit of what just happened with Mia, including that glare Mia threw at her. Vera can't deny it. There's a quiet warmth rising in her chest right now, but none of it shows on her face. Instead, she lifts her chin just slightly, voice firm. I'll transfer you the money later. Behind her, Lily rolls her eyes. That proud, prickly habit of her best friend. No wonder everyone calls her an untouchable flower. I just smile. Deal. We'll go grab a table. You go get your trays. I pull Leo away from the crowd he's been happily watching with. Once we sit down, Leo can't hold it in. What is going on with you? He stares at me across the table. You're not acting like yourself at all today. Leo has known me since elementary school. He knows me better than anyone. He expected me to stop chasing Mia, maybe ignore her a little, but this is something else entirely. Not like me at all. I meet his confused, concerned eyes and smile. I just let go. Why spend your life worrying what everyone thinks when you could just live for yourself? Leo goes quiet. He nods slowly without a word. I like that. You used to front so hard, looked popular, but everyone was just taking advantage. I sigh. Leo, you know why you don't have many friends? Your mouth is a weapon. Leo shrugs, completely unbothered. Who needs a crowd? One real one is hard enough to find. Looking at Leo now, I think of everything from my past life. My eyes soften. I nod. You're right. I had planned to snag a good spot, maybe even eat lunch with Vera, but she took her food to go. As she left, she glanced over at us. I gave her my best grin. Vera looked away fast. Her steps just a little too quick. Leo stares at me and my ridiculous grin like he can barely stand to watch. What's going on with you and Vera? I thought you were just trying to get at Mia. I glance at him. Not obvious enough? Leo makes a go-on face, signaling me to just say it. I smile and shake my head. Can't tell you. Let's just say I found a hidden gem, and I want to keep her all to myself. Leo looks at me like I've lost it. I just grin. Then my phone buzzes. That profile picture, the one I've stared at 100 times and never had the nerve to message first, appears on my screen, followed by a digital cash transfer. I don't accept it. Instead, I type, Vera, keep your money. Count that, plus the bubble tea from last time. Take me to dinner instead. I send it and wait. But before Vera replies, a text message comes in from Mia. Tao. I'm waiting at our usual spot. If you don't come, I'm not leaving. I stare at it, eyebrow twitching. I forgot to block her number. My fingers move without hesitation. Blocked. And a deeply satisfied smile spreads across my face. Leo watches me go from smiling to blank-faced in 2 seconds flat, and looks unsettled. Bro, you need to go pray at a temple or something. Seriously. For years, I felt like something was off with you. Like you were put under a spell. He sighs. Honestly, what did you ever see in Mia? She's not even that pretty. Grades are average, soft and helpless every single day. All she does is play victim. I genuinely cannot see the appeal. I look at him, and I actually think about it. Why did I fall for Mia in the first place? We were in the same class freshman year. Her family didn't have much. Her school fees were waived. I didn't pay much attention to her at first. She just seemed sweet. Never said no to anyone until one day I passed by the back gate where stray cats always gathered and there was this small slight girl crouching with a can of cat food feeding them with such gentleness. That image burned itself into me. I still remember it clearly now, but I just smile and say, I guess I was just under a spell. Liking someone giving everything, no point regretting that, but knowing how it ended still leaves a bitter taste. So in this life, I'm not making the same mistake. A little disappointed, lunch break ends and still no reply from Vera. Looks like that meal isn't happening today. Sophie turns around and asks, Xiao, where did Mia go? I look at her blankly. How would I know? Aren't you her seatmate? You don't know, so you're asking me? Sophie blinks. She's waiting for you in the garden by the side gate. Didn't you get her message? I just give her a look and go back to scrolling. Leo gives a cold laugh. Sophie, you know what you are in this story? Mia is the lead. You're the sidekick. Whatever she says goes. Sophie spins around and glares. You're the sidekick. She turns back to her desk in a huff and doesn't bring up Mia again. Mia really had waited in that garden the entire lunch break. Xiao never showed. As the bell draws near, she panics and texts Sophie. She had asked Sophie to quietly tip Xiao off. So why hadn't he come? Sophie's reply is short and sharp. How should I know? Sort out your own problems. It's not like you don't have a mouth. Even through a screen, the anger is obvious. Mia stares. Something happened in that classroom while she was gone, didn't it? She can't afford to actually skip class though. She goes back. Sure enough, I'm there, and from the moment she sits down, I keep my head down and work through problems. Not one glance at her. Mia wants to cry again. She still has no idea what's gotten into me. She spends the rest of the day just waiting for the evening break. Senior year means mandatory evening study hall, but there's a 2-hour break in between. Mia has barely eaten all day. Lunch was just a bread roll she bought with her card and she just checked her card balance is barely $90. When the bell rings, Mia turns to me right away. Eat together? Her voice is smaller than usual. None of that old entitlement. Leo stands up. Still going to sell that necklace? Yeah, but the moment I'm on my feet, my hand gets grabbed. Mia's eyes are red. Her voice drops low. Xiao, that necklace was a gift. You really don't want it back? I finally look at her properly, then look down at the hand wrapped around my wrist. I ease it off gently. You said it yourself. It was a gift. You gave it back this morning. What I do with it is my call. But I changed my mind, Xiao. I want it back. Mia whispers. Unfortunately for her, I shake my head. Too bad. I don't want to. Then I turn to Leo. Let's go. Mia sits frozen, watching me walk out without looking back. She lowers her head, lost. What did she even do wrong? Stone had been waiting at the back of the room this whole time. He watches me leave, then walks over and crouches in front of Mia, holding out a tissue. Mia, don't be sad. I think Xiao's moved on. I saw him talking to Vera in the cafeteria. He's not worth it. Xiao would never. Mia shoves his hand away and stands. She tilts her chin up with a cool, dismissive look. Stay away from me. Then she turns and walks off. Leo and I had already set out. Sell the necklace, then grab dinner. But just as we reach the school gate, my phone buzzes. It's Vera. What do you want to eat right now? I stop walking. I turn to Leo. I'm not going. Backing out? Leo stops, too, eyebrow raised. Resale on this thing really is terrible, honestly. But instead of agreeing, I just pull out the necklace and press it into his hand. You sell it for me. Whatever you eat tonight, I'm covering it. I've got somewhere to be. I'll make it up to you. I spin and run back toward the school. Leo calls after me. I don't look back, just wave. Damn, you didn't even tell me your price. Leo stands there, staring at the necklace in his palm. Honestly, I'm not thinking about it. I hadn't even planned on taking the necklace back in the first place. So whatever he gets is a bonus. And now that I've finally shaken off Mia the freeloader, life is looking pretty sweet. I run back to the school building and text Vera. Vera, I'm downstairs. Where are you? A girl's voice calls out nearby. Hey, over here. I follow the voice. It's Vera, standing with Lily from lunch. I jog over, grinning. Sorry about that. I just saw your message. Vera watches the boy running toward her through the backlit haze of evening light, easy smile on his face. A scene she never let herself imagine. The image she knows best is me running toward someone else. The message wasn't even from her. She had no idea what to write. During the break, it was Lily who couldn't take it anymore. She snatched Vera's phone and sent the message herself. Vera was still grabbing at Lily's arm, panicking, when before she could even process what happened, Lily had already called me over. I think you two have something going on, and Zhao's definitely keen. The moment Lily says it, Vera's mind races trying to figure out how to respond without making things awkward. Lily doesn't give her time to think. You two go eat. Bring me back some cold noodles from the side gate, thanks. I glance at her, surprised. You're not coming? Lily waves me off. Nope, I've got homework due tonight. You two go. I'm heading up. She gives the still silent Vera a firm nudge and leans in to whisper, go get him. Then she heads upstairs without looking back. I turn to Vera, who hasn't said a word. Ready to go? Vera tilts that stunning face toward me and her voice carries a sharp edge. Do you call every girl that? It stops me cold. I mean, what I really want to call her is something else entirely, but that's not something I can say. So, I just smile. I'll call you Ray. Everyone else calls you by your first name. I want something different. The girl in front of me goes pink. She turns away with a small huff and starts walking faster, tossing back, whatever, it's just a name. I let the smile pull at my lips and catch up in 2 steps. Exactly, just a name. So, what are we eating? That flush is still burning on Vera's face. She walks faster, her voice coming out sharper than she intends. Whatever. Didn't you say I was treating? You pick, I'm just the one paying. The words are barely out before she regrets them. She sneaks a glance at me, afraid to see any sign of annoyance, and her voice drops. I just don't want Lily to wait too long for her food, and we have class soon. She trails off, voice getting smaller and smaller. She's thinking, Shell would have been annoyed by now. Why can't she fix this about herself? But, I'm not annoyed at all. I say thoughtfully, let's get noodles at the street stalls by the back gate. There's a new shop that just opened. Not sure if it's good yet. But, Vera blinks when she hears my voice, calm, unchanged. She can't help looking up at me. She's always known I'm gentle, but this is the first time she's felt it so directly. Seeing her go quiet, I make a small questioning sound. Don't like noodles? We can go somewhere else. She looks away quickly. I like noodles. Noodles it is then. The noodle shop is still in its soft open phase, only 2 or 3 tables inside. I order the same as Vera, then tell the server, no cilantro in either bowl. Vera looks up, curious. How did you know I don't eat cilantro or green onion? I know a lot more than that, but I can't say that. So, I just smile. I overheard you mention it to your friend in the cafeteria once. Vera blinks. Did she say that? She doesn't remember, but she figures I have no reason to lie. So, she just nods. My eyes keep drifting back to her face. In my past life, after she was gone, I spent another month in agony, and the month before that, I hadn't seen her at all. Do I have something on my face? My gaze is too obvious. It flusters her. She touches her cheek self-consciously. I shake my head, smiling. Nothing. You're just really beautiful. Vera goes still. People have told her this before, but this is the first time she's heard it from me. I realize instantly that came out wrong, way too forward. I clear my throat. Actually, what I mean is, you have a very distinctive look, unlike anyone else. Even as I say it, I know it's worse. Sure enough, Vera gives me a look of pure disbelief. Who looks completely identical to someone else, unless you're a twin? Silence falls between us. The awkwardness settles in. I sigh internally. What happened to me? I used to be able to keep any conversation going. I glance at her. She's looking down, lost in thought. Then after a moment, she speaks. If sitting here with me feels awkward, you really don't have to force it. I didn't especially want to come out either. In Vera's mind, I'd been too polite to turn down her message, so now I'm stuck sitting across from her, uncomfortable. She couldn't hold it in. The tension must be killing me. I look at her and shake my head. No, I just ran out of things to say. I'm nervous. Vera looks up. Nervous? You've argued in front of packed rooms at debate competitions. That's when it comes back to me. Vera and I first met through the debate club. I was a freshman. She was a year ahead, vice president. And then Mia said I was spending too much time at club, so I quit, just like that. I think Vera actually pulled me aside to ask why, but I was in a rush to get back to Mia, and I can't even remember what excuse I gave her. Hearing her mention the debates now, I can't help it. You still remember that? I don't, Vera says without thinking, and then remembers she's the one who just brought it up. Saying she doesn't remember is too obvious. She taps the table. I mean, I heard some of the younger girls mention it, so it came back to me. That's all. I wish there was a recording. I never saved anything. I sigh, genuinely wistful. I don't really remember how I did or what you were like back then. Vera glances at me. There is a recording. The club has it on file. It just takes some digging. I can't hide the light that jumps into my face. Really? But I'm not in the club anymore. Can I even access it? Vera sees how genuinely excited I am and tries to play it cool. I can look for it when I have time, if I have time. The truth is, she has a copy saved on her own phone, which she has watched more times than she'll ever admit. That recording is where it all started for her. Thinking of it now, she glances over at me and meets my eyes, already smiling. Her heart lurches. She wants to look away, but that would only make it more awkward. So she holds my gaze, keeps her expression neutral, while her ears and cheeks burn completely out of her control. My eyes drift to those slowly reddening ears. Finally, she looks away. You blush easily. Vera reaches up and touches her burning ear, and she can't stop herself from pushing back. I flush when it's warm. It's just how I am. We're both still in our jackets, but all I do is smile and nod. That does sound like a unique condition. Vera can't tell if I'm teasing or being genuine. If it's clearly a lie, but I say it with such a straight face. She gives up and looks down. Right then, the noodles arrive. A perfect save. They eat in silence all the way through without a word. But somewhere in that quiet, Vera notices the awkwardness has dissolved, replaced by something easy, natural, like they've shared 100 meals like this before. It's a strange thought, but it makes something bloom quietly in her chest. If it could always be like this, that would be nice. When the bowls are empty, I speak. I've wanted to talk to you so many times before. I just never had the nerve. Vera looks up. Why? Did you need something? Not really. I just want to know, what were you going to say that night? I look straight at her. I have a second chance. I'm not wasting a single second. This time I'm keeping my hidden gem for myself. Vera stares at me, caught off guard. The truth is, what she didn't say that night slipped away that same evening, along with what little courage she had. In the days after, she opened my chat window more times than she can count, but never sent a word. Everything between them has been polite, surface level, and in Vera's mind, maybe I was only warm to her that night because that's just who I am, gentle with everyone. She probably wasn't special. So, Vera had let it go. She thought that moment was buried, but I still remember it. And now I'm bringing it back up. She looks at me, clearly waiting for an answer. Vera suddenly doesn't know what to say. She can't even tell, does Xiao know she likes him? And if he does? Vera suddenly has no idea what to say. Does Xiao even know she likes him? And if he does, if that's why he's asking, does that mean he might feel something, too? Then what was Mia? She can't read Xiao at all, so the words just won't come. Across from her, I see the look on her face and quietly let out a breath. I can't bring myself to push her. Besides, to Vera right now, I'm probably just someone she has a small crush on. We don't know each other the way we did in my past life, but I'm not worried. In my past life, I was in the worst shape imaginable, and Vera never once gave up on me. So, there's no way I'm failing now. I shift the conversation myself. Did you forget? It's fine. Forget it. Vera gives a soft sound of agreement. Then asks, almost casually, how come I haven't seen you with Mia lately? Did something happen? I pause. No matter what, the way I used to treat Mia, everyone saw it for 2 years. I used to wonder if we actually got together someday, would Vera mind? Honestly, I have no one to blame but myself. I really did simp for Mia for a long time. No point denying it, even now. Now I've stopped. All those years of feelings and money, they happened. Vera brings it up and I go quiet for a moment. We're just classmates. No reason to be together every day. Besides, boys and girls, that brief silence doesn't go unnoticed. Vera wants to ask directly, didn't you like Mia? Then how come you're eating alone with me? But she doesn't dare. The one who falls first always carries more self-doubt. Mia, then how come you're here with me alone? But she can't ask. When you fall first, you're always the more insecure one. So she just says, oh. Whatever she's feeling inside, none of it shows. Then she scans the code and pays. Let's go. I watch the light go out of her and sigh quietly. Looks like I messed that up. Guess I'll just have to be even better to her from now on. Vera deserves nothing less than the best. The two of us walk back toward the school side gate, picking up Lily's cold noodles along the way. After a few steps, Vera glances over. You go ahead. I hum and ask, where are you going? Vera reaches into her bag and pulls out a can of cat food, giving it a little shake. To feed the strays. I stare at the brand on the can. The exact same one Nia was holding the day I first noticed her. I hesitate. Stray cats? These were a gift from one of my mom's friends. We have a cat at home, but she can't finish this many cans. And she's supposed to be on a diet anyway, so I bring them out for the strays. Vera glances at me. Do you want to come? I'm still catching up with the moment. I nod. Then I watch Vera navigate straight to the spot like she's done it 100 times. Pulling out another small bag of dry food, sets it all down alongside the cat food, and turns to leave. I stop her. You're not waiting for them? No, they're very cautious. Something crosses Vera's face. She frowns. It was fine at first, but when I was in 10th grade, I came one day and one of them was just gone. For a long time after that, they wouldn't touch anything I left. I always suspected someone had lured them away before. The hand holding Lily's cold noodles tightens. That can of cat food suddenly feels wrong to look at. Something flickers in my memory. Scattered pieces. The day after I saw Mia feeding cats, her hands had scratches on them. Her seatmate made a big deal about it. That was the first time I ever showed Mia any attention. I bought her medicine. Is that brand of cat food expensive? Vera looks at me when I ask that. It's okay, not cheap, though. Imported. And just like that, I feel myself waking up. The version of Mia I'd filtered through rose-colored glass shatters completely. That cat food wasn't cheap. There was no way Mia could have afforded it back then. And she never once showed any love for animals after that. The scratches on her hands, the way she flinched the time she accidentally saw a stray, and that missing cat, I feel like an absolute fool. Then something tugs at my sleeve. Vera's voice drops to almost nothing. Look, I follow where she's pointing. A few stray cats are peeking out cautiously, tiny kittens trailing behind them. I turn to look at the girl beside me, the way she looks at them, so soft. There are even more little ones now. I'll bring some goat milk next time. My voice softens without me meaning to. Did they ever find the one that went missing? Vera's expression falls. No, Lily and I searched the whole area, but Vera's voice gets quieter. No, we looked everywhere around here. Nothing. She pauses. We did find some blood. I close my eyes for a moment. I'm sorry. It has nothing to do with you. Vera gives me a slightly puzzled look at the apology. She glances back at the cats. Let's go. Lily's going to be hungry. I take one last look at the little group, then follow Vera. Do you come every day? Pretty much, and I'm not the only one who feeds them. Others do too, but I always worry. Vera glances at me mid-sentence. Not that I worry, I just pass by anyway. I smile. Bring me next time, then. Vera looks at me surprised. You like cats? Her eyes light up a little. Starting today. Vera goes quiet, then falls into step beside me. It's fine not to like them. Not everyone does. As long as you don't hurt them. I tighten my grip on what I'm holding and glance back at the cats one more time. Vera stops at the fork in the path. The noodles tonight were good. The thank you she wants to add just won't come out. I don't mind at all. I'll walk you up. Vera blinks. No need. It's just a few steps. I know where I'm going. She takes the cold noodles right out of my hand and turns away quickly. I reach up and rub my nose. Did I spook her? Probably. A near stranger being this eager must feel off. I sigh. But I genuinely can't find other chances to be helpful. We're not even in the same building. I sigh again. We're not even in the same building. I watch her figure disappear at the top of the stairwell. Only then do I turn to go and nearly jump out of my skin. Stone is standing right behind me. What the I stare at him. Are you serious right now? Stone gives me a cold mocking look. Everyone says you're so polite and gentle, Shaw. Those fangirls should see you now. I can't be bothered. I step around him to leave. Stone stops me. Hold on. Are you going after Vera, then can you stay away from Mia? I stop and turn to Stone. I sigh. Bro, a simp who never stops simping ends up with nothing. Give it up and you might actually win. Trust me on this one. As the words leave my mouth, I feel like I'm radiating saint energy. What is this? Taking the ultimate high road, overflowing with wisdom and goodwill. But Stone just looks at me like I'm adorably clueless. You okay, Xiao? I pause. One last look at Stone. I'm fine. I'm just worried that if you keep this up, you won't be. Then I ignore him completely. I turn and walk away clean. Stone stands there completely lost, not even sure why he came in the first place. After a long moment, he shouts at my back, "You're out of your mind." I feel pretty good about myself. That was practically charity. I head to the convenience store in high spirits, planning to grab some snacks and find an excuse to pass them to Vera later. Then from way down the street, I spot Mia walking out of the store. I pause for just a second, then walk right past her and into the store. Mia had just opened her mouth to call out. She pauses, then goes back inside, too. She watches me walk past without a word, her expression darkening. She squeezes the bread in her hand and follows me back in. I notice her behind me, but say nothing. I start scanning the shelves. 3 years is more than enough to know Vera's tastes. I move fast and sure. Mia can tell the snacks aren't for her. The realization hits her cold. He really is done. She watches me pick up a chocolate she absolutely hates and says quietly, "You're not Xiao." I stop. I turn and frown at her. What did you say? My pulse jumps. Did she figure something out? No, that's not it. Xiao would never treat me this way. You're not him. Mia's voice is full of hurt. I breathe out in relief. She's just performing again. I look at Mia and feel absolutely nothing. Lady, your grades are bad enough as it is. Lay off the K-dramas and romance novels. Teachers tell us to read more, not that kind of stuff. That single word, lady, makes Mia's face flush red. The tears she was about to shed get swallowed right back down. Xiao, you. She glares at me through gritted teeth. What is wrong with you? Is it just because I turned you down? We agreed to wait until after the exams, didn't we? I make a short sound. Not really. I just had a change of heart. The way I look at Mia now, it's like looking at a complete stranger. You were right. Grades come first. Mia's eyes light up. She thinks I've had a change of heart. The way I look at her now, still like looking at a complete stranger. You were right. Grades come first. Mia's eyes brighten. So, it really was the rejection. She softens her voice. As long as you know I was thinking about our future. I cut her off. Whose future you were thinking about I have no idea. It has nothing to do with me. All I want now is to study, do well on my exams. So, stop performing for me every day. It's uncomfortable. Try Stone. He'd be thrilled. What do you mean? Xiao, are you jealous? Fine, I'll stop talking to Stone. Just don't ignore me. I've been miserable all day. I've been crying for hours. Mia grabs my sleeve, voice urgent. I was never close to Stone to begin with. It's your fault for upsetting me that night, for not walking me home. That's why I acted out, just a little. I breathe deep, pull my sleeve free, and look her straight in the eye. Let me be direct. From now on, you and I are completely done. I stop myself and let out a short, hollow laugh. Actually, we were never really anything to begin with. I look at Mia with cold, flat eyes. Simply put, your walking ATM is closed for business, permanently. Got it? Mia steps back involuntarily, heart hammering. This version of Xiao is a stranger to her. She doesn't know what to say. Go soft, like always? She opens her mouth. I never treated you like an ATM. She keeps her chin up despite the humiliation. You gave me those things on your own. I never forced you. Mia genuinely doesn't understand what's gotten into me. How could he say something so cruel? Why talk about himself like he's nothing? She holds my gaze, scraping together whatever dignity she has left. Word by word, you chose to, didn't you? I look at this girl telling me I chose all of it, and I laugh. Yeah, that was on me. I was the fool, and now I'm choosing not to be. So, could you give me some space? I'm asking the teacher to move my seat when I get back. And stop walking around looking like I've wronged you, saying things that leave everything half said. Mia, I don't owe you anything. Then what were the past 2, nearly 3 years? Mia stares at me like I've lost my mind. Call it bad luck on my part. Then I stop caring who's watching. I turn and head for the register. Today, from the very beginning, Mia has been running a non-stop K-drama. I have no intention of spending another second on her. There's too much I wanted to do, no time to waste. I pay and walk straight out. Mia stands frozen, only that mocking phrase echoing in her head, bad luck. Nearly 3 years, and all she gets is bad luck. She's back in childhood suddenly. The neighbors whispering, what bad luck having a girl born under a bad sign, bad luck. They say the car crash happened just from buying her a toy. So unlucky, such a bad omen. Her grandmother's hand across her face, bad luck charm, meeting you is the worst thing that happened to this family. Why don't you just die? Mia doesn't want to cry anymore. She ignores the people around her, squeezes her bread, and walks out of the store. Mia doesn't want to cry. She ignores everyone around her, squeezes her bread tight, and walks out. Xiao was the first person who ever treated her this well. She doesn't want to let go. Before, she wanted everyone to like her, everyone to be good to her, and overlooked Xiao. Now she sees clearly. All of them put together don't come close to one Xiao. He'll come around. I head straight to the repeat year building after leaving the store. Peek inside and Vera isn't at her desk, but Lily is. Lily spots me and comes out. Who are you looking for, kiddo? Ray. Lily blinks, then catches on. Ray means Vera. She can't help but smile. One meal out and they're already this close. She's in the bathroom. Evening study hall is about to start though. You sure you want to wait? No, it's fine. These are for her. Could you pass them along? I'll head out. Thanks, Lily. I smile and hand Lily the snacks. This is actually perfect. Handing them to Vera directly, she might refuse. This way she'll probably reach out on her own. With any luck she'll want to repay me with another meal. I know her too well. She hates feeling like she owes anyone anything. I drop the bag and go. Lily holds it up and peeks inside. Every single thing Vera loves. Lily has a feeling her best friend's secret crush might be coming to an end. If this kid Xiao has zero feelings for Vera, she'll do a handstand. Vera slides into the classroom right as the bell rings and immediately sees the bag on her desk. Her eyes narrow slightly. People have secretly stuffed things into her bag before? But leaving them openly on her desk like this is rare. And Lily would never just let that slide. Vera sits back down. Someone left snacks on her desk. This brazenly out in the open. Lily would have stopped anyone. Vera slides into her seat, leans over and asks quietly, "What is this?" Lily glances at her and smiles, then sticks a note on the bag. It reads, "Your kiddo says these are yours. Ask him yourself." Kiddo? Vera looks genuinely confused. Then almost disbelieving, she mouths in barely a whisper, "Xiao?" Lily nods, dropping her voice too. Obviously. How many kiddos do you have? Or do you not want it? I'll take it then. Sure enough, before Lily's hand even touches the bag, Vera snatches it and shoves it into her own desk. Back in my classroom, I head straight to the teacher's office and explain the seat situation to the homeroom teacher. He's skeptical at first, but after some back and forth he agrees. I'm in a good mood heading into evening study hall. Leo slips me $890. The money from selling the necklace. After the store incident, Mia finally goes quiet. She doesn't glance at me once the entire study hall. I don't care. My mind is on Vera. Why hasn't she messaged yet? Nothing comes through until the bell. Right after class, I turn to Leo. Don't leave yet. We're switching seats. Sophie and Mia both hear it. Mia's hand tightens around her pen, but she forces herself not to turn around. Not to say anything. Sophie has no such filter. She turns around, clearly surprised. You're switching seats? Yeah. I answered and look at Leo. Come on, switch. Leo, equally blunt, turns and asks, we're switching seats? Yes. I answer again and look at Leo. Just switch. Leo gives me a look. Switch with who, exactly? I need to get home and help my grandma. Can we just hurry? I spot Stone walking over. Hey, want to switch seats? You wanted me away from your girl, right? Come on. Yes or no? I give a subtle nod toward Mia. Stone immediately says yes. Sophie looks at Mia and finds she's already packed up, quietly ready to go. Mia is actually hurting inside, but she says nothing. She puts on her bag and walks out. Stone waves a hand. Don't bother moving the desk. Just rearrange it yourselves. I've got somewhere to be. He's not letting this chance slip by. Leo mutters something colorful under his breath, but since he's in a rush to get home, too, he gets it done in about 30 seconds. Once it's sorted, Leo and I head home together. It's just past 10 o'clock when I get back. My phone starts buzzing back to back. One is a new friend request from Mia. One is a message from Vera. I don't hesitate for a second. I ignore Mia's request and open Vera's message. One dry line, thanks for the snacks. Wasn't necessary. I don't really eat snacks. I laugh quietly and type back, I thought Ray would like them when I picked them out. So, do you? On the other end, Vera sees the word Ray and it's like she can hear my voice saying it out loud. Her face goes completely red. She buries her face in a pillow and rolls around on her bed. She finally picks up her phone after a while. Still red, she clutches the pillow over her burning face, collapses onto the bed. And after a long moment, peeks at the phone again, then throws it aside. Xiao lately feels dangerously flirty. She can already feel her mind spiraling. No, she's going to take a shower first. Meanwhile, I've already finished dinner and made it back to my room, but still nothing from Vera. I look at my message. Did I say something wrong? Maybe she doesn't like being called Ray, but she said it was fine before. I click my tongue. Might as well shower. When I come out, there's a message from Vera. They're okay. 5 minutes later, probably because I hadn't replied, she sends, let me transfer you the money. I'm towel drying my hair with one hand and typing with the other. I'm just finishing typing no when a video call pops up out of nowhere. I blink, then answer without thinking. The screen shows a ceiling and a light fixture, then Vera's voice exasperated, Pi, you knocked my phone. Then Vera looks at the screen, at my face, and at my bare shoulder showing above the frame. For once, Vera's expression completely breaks. She stares blankly, genuinely trying to process why Zhao's face is on her screen. And why he appears to be without a shirt. I look at her dazed expression and can't help laughing. You called me on video. I thought something was wrong, so I picked up. Vera feels like she might actually combust. Her fair face goes completely red in an instant. And for some reason, instead of hanging up immediately, she doesn't hang up. Her face floods with color, and without thinking, she still doesn't end the call. She just flips the phone face down out of pure reflex. It's only for a split second, but I still catch a glimpse, a thin slip dress, light fabric. And it really looks like that's all she's wearing. My brain screams internally. I shut that thought down immediately. Then the phone gives one short beep, and the call ends. I take a long, slow breath. I toss my phone onto the bed and go back into the bathroom. When I come out, my face is still a little flushed. I pick up the phone and lean against the headboard. As expected, nothing from Vera. I smile anyway. I don't bring up what just happened. I just pick up where I left off. Keep it. Hope we can eat together again sometime. Don't worry about earlier. Get some rest. Good night. Then I don't wait for a reply. Tonight, there won't be one. Vera stares at my message and throws the phone aside again. Her face is still flushed. She reaches over and rubs the chin of the half-asleep silver chinchilla curled in her lap. Pi, this is all your fault. There is no way I'm sleeping tonight. That was so embarrassing. I didn't even say a single word before hanging up. If I'm not sleeping, neither are you. It really was an accident. She had been waiting a while, no reply coming. And was about to send a payment when Pi came bounding in and launched herself full force onto Vera, and the phone went flying. She must have accidentally hit the video call button, and never imagined I would actually pick up. Vera's mind flashes back to that face, and she covers her burning cheeks all over again. She buries her face in the covers. She's done for. Absolutely no sleep tonight. Meanwhile, on the other side of the city, Mia sits alone in her room and waits, and waits. I never accept her friend request. She had written still classmates, just adding you. Casual, unbothered on the surface, like she's moved on. But every word of it was carefully chosen, and the one person who used to handle her carefully really seems to be done this time. A shadow crosses Mia's eyes. She looks at the message Stone sent 30 minutes ago. Mia, I'll get you breakfast tomorrow. What do you want? She stares at it for a long time, then replies, anything is fine, thanks, Stone. Then she opens a message from another guy asking her to dinner tomorrow, and sends the exact same reply. Without shall, life has to go on. This is what going on looks like. But somewhere inside her is a flicker of relief. Good thing she didn't cave and accept Shao back then. Because the way things are now, being abandoned by Shao like this, she'd really have nothing. The days that follow, I start to feel like the school is way too big because I somehow never run into Vera once. I even message her privately to invite her to feed the cats together, but Vera says she's busy. I can tell she's avoiding me. Meanwhile, Mia has apparently decided something. Because every single day a cup of bubble tea appears on my desk. No note, no message, just left when I'm not there. The first day, I thought it was from Leo. I popped the straw in and took a sip. One sip was enough. It was from Mia. I don't like bubble tea and I definitely don't drink 70% sugar, but what's done is done. I'm not handing it back. I go to the store and get $20 in cash. Have Leo pass it to Mia. Consider it payment for the errand. Mia doesn't want it naturally, but when she sees that barely touched cup land in the trash, she takes the money from Leo anyway. After that, I stop touching whatever she leaves. I just slide it back onto her desk when she's not around. So today, when I see fruit tea on my desk again, I'm done. What does Mia think she's doing? I pick up the cup and walk over to her. I set it down in front of her. What are you trying to do? Stop buying me things. I don't like drinking this. And there's no point. Mia follows my hand up to my face, completely blank. She pulls up a small smile. I just want to do something for you like you always did for me. I look at her in silence, voice flat. So you think what I did for you was buy you drinks? Mia shakes her head quickly. Of course not. You did so much for me. She drops her gaze, embarrassed. But I don't have a lot of money. This is the only thing I can actually afford. If you don't want bubble tea or juice, I'll get you breakfast tomorrow. How's that? I take a breath. Mia, don't. What I gave before, I'm not asking for it back. Not the breakfast either. I take a slow breath. Mia, don't bother. I never expected anything back. You don't need to do any of this. We're just classmates from now on. Stop buying me things. You don't have much money to begin with. Why waste it? Mia's eyes brighten. She looks up with the most pitiful expression. You still care about me, don't you? I look at her, honestly speechless. Stop doing things that don't mean anything. I leave it there and turn away. At the door, I nearly walk straight into Stone coming back and holding a cup of bubble tea. Stone doesn't look happy. The past few days, Mia has been leaving drinks on my desk every day and plenty of people have noticed. His friends have been laughing behind his back. The bottom tier simp, simping for Mia while Mia simps for Xiao. It makes him look pathetic. So, when he sees me now, he shoots me a glare. I feel genuinely tired of this whole situation. I just walk past him without a word. Stone watches me go all unbothered and it drives him crazy. It feels like Mia only started acknowledging him after Xiao stopped chasing her. Like he's picking up what Xiao threw away. He looks down at the bubble tea in his hand, then up at Mia. Sure enough, a cup of fruit tea sitting on her desk. The one Xiao didn't want. Stone walks over, expression dark. He holds out his bubble tea. Mia, got you a drink. Mia turns on a warm smile. Thank you, Stone. Here, have the fruit tea. Still that soft warm smile as she says it. Stone looks at her face and his own expression softens. But that cup of fruit tea still sits wrong with him. He can't stop himself. Didn't you buy that for Xiao? Mia visibly hesitates, then her face falls. I'm sorry, my monthly allowance isn't much. I couldn't afford to. She smiles pale and quiet and moves the fruit tea aside. If it bothers you, it's fine. I'll get you something tomorrow to thank you for the drinks these past few days. Her eyes are soft and wet as she says it. Stone's chest aches. He reaches over and takes the fruit tea. No, this is perfect. Nobody's touched it. Mia brightens, eyes lighting up, but then hesitates. But I did give it to Xiao before. It doesn't matter. He never got to drink it, right? It's mine now. As Stone says it, something clicks. This isn't Zhao's reject. Xiao never even got close. He's still got a shot. Mia gives him a sweet smile. Stone, you're so good to me. Meanwhile, I head straight to the repeat year building. It's Saturday. They have the day off tomorrow, so I need to catch Vera today. Maybe I can even get her to agree to something for tomorrow. Down at the base of the building, I pull out my phone and send her a message. Are you in your classroom? I'm downstairs. Got you a bubble tea. I wait a bit before her reply comes back. I'm not in the classroom. Just drink it yourself. Not in class at this hour. Where else would she be? I look up at the building and something clicks. I'm not in the classroom. Drink it yourself. Not in her room at this hour. Where then? I look up at the building and it hits me. You're watching the cats, aren't you? I'm on my way. Wait for me. I head straight for the side gate. Sure enough, there's Vera right where we fed the strays last time. She's sitting under a tree nearby, staring at the spot where the cats usually appear, completely lost in thought. She hears footsteps and turns around. There I am, walking toward her with the bubble tea, and I drop into the seat beside her like it's nothing. Vera had been a little tense about seeing me. It's been days, but that video call was total social death. But, watching me act like nothing happened, somehow she relaxes, too. I hold out the drink. 30% sugar, still a bit chilly out. I got it hot. Vera looks down at the cup. She takes it anyway. Thanks. Honestly though, I don't really like bubble tea. The moment it's out, she feels deflated, but I don't seem bothered at all. I'll get you fruit tea next time, then. You don't have to. Vera glances at me. If I want something, I'll buy it myself. But, I want to get it for you. I say it simply. So, why aren't you happy? Vera blinks and looks away. I'm not unhappy. Really? Because if your back were a comic panel, it'd have a storm cloud over it. I actually reach over and wave my hand above it. Shoo. Shoo. Vera watches what I'm doing and laughs despite herself. Xiao, you're so immature. I look at her smile and smile back. Immature is fine. Look, you laughed, didn't you? For once, Vera doesn't look away. She just smiles back. Immature is fine. See, you're smiling. Vera doesn't pull away this time. She just looks at me. Xiao, why are you so good to me? The bubble tea, finding an excuse to come here, making her laugh like this. Vera can't help but read into it. Or is Xiao just like this with everyone? I think to myself. Finally, a chance to say what I mean. But, just as I'm about to speak, Vera says quietly. You actually comforted me once back in freshman year. You probably don't remember. I genuinely have no memory of it at all. But, looking at the soft smile on Vera's face, it's clear she remembers every detail. I'm sorry. I don't think I remember. My throat moves. A trace of guilt in my voice. Vera doesn't seem surprised at all. She just nods. I figured. Then, can you tell me? Maybe hearing it will jog something. But, Vera shakes her head. No, that's a secret between me and freshman year Xiao. I can't tell you. I look genuinely puzzled. But, aren't we the same person? Vera smiles slightly. Not really. Freshman year Xiao hadn't fallen for Mia yet. Back then, he told her, why do you let yourself care so much about what people think? There will always be someone who doesn't like you. You're so brilliant. Let them be jealous and powerless about it. You're the main character. All they can do is rage. Why would you make yourself suffer? Make them lose their minds instead. His tone, gentle teasing wrapped in real warmth. You're genuinely beautiful. You're the best. But, that boy's gentle gaze eventually settled on one person, and it wasn't her. I let out a sigh. All right. I never thought I'd be jealous of my own past self. Vera had been poking at the bubble tea seal, and she stops the moment she hears jealous. She looks at me. What did you just say? I'm jealous. Freshman year me got to have a secret with you. And the way you talk about it so soft, I envy that. Vera can hear her own heartbeat picking up. She looks away flustered. Is Zhao's words really meaning what she thinks they mean? She pokes at the seal a few more times, getting nowhere. I see the obvious fluster and reach over, taking the cup from her hands. I pop it open and hand it back. You seem flustered, why? I'm not. Vera denies it instantly, but her hands are unsteady. Didn't you ask why I wasn't happy before? I bombed a mock exam. Vera just wants to get off this topic that's making her pulse race. I pause. Vera's grades have always been excellent. It's just one mock exam. I didn't do great either. Do you really care that much? Vera laughs. We're in senior year, who doesn't care? And my mom cares a lot. She looks at me openly. More than anything, I'm repeating the year. Hearing that, I'm genuinely curious why Vera chose to repeat. Her scores from the previous year's exam were far from bad. I remember she ranked in the top 3 at school, even top 10 in the province, and yet she repeated. I remember she was top 3 in the school, even top 10 in the province, and she still chose to repeat. Why? Why did you repeat? I can't hold it in. Vera doesn't seem surprised by the question. She takes a sip of her bubble tea. A lot of people have asked. I never told any of them. Do you want to know? She smiles at me. Then trade me a secret for it. She holds my gaze steadily. I look away first. If you don't want to say it, you don't have to. No pressure. Vera seems slightly surprised. How did you know I didn't want to? I just smile. Instinct. Your instinct is pretty good. Vera smiles too, then glances at her watch. Break's almost over. Thanks for the bubble tea. I look at her and say softly, don't be unhappy. When you look sad, it makes even a sunny day feel heavy. Then I add quietly, and that person is me. Vera's heart leaps. She's almost certain Xiao is actually flirting with her. This isn't in her head. She suddenly wants to ask, why now? Before he seemed to have eyes for no one but Mia. Every other girl was invisible. So what changed? But deep down she's too scared to ask. Even if this is just Xiao being playful, even if it means nothing. A secret love that seemed destined to go nowhere has had its lid suddenly lifted. And even though it's terrifying, she can't bring herself to close it again. Vera has always considered herself a rational person, but when it comes to Xiao she can never stay rational. And then, Vera, who has always prided herself on being clear-headed, knows that when it comes to Xiao she just can't be. The two of them walk back along the path one behind the other, neither saying a word. When we reach the bottom of the stairs, I finally remember why I came. Ray, want to go to the bookstore tomorrow? Walking ahead of me, Vera hears Ray and her expression shifts again, a hand going to her ear before she turns. The bookstore? Yeah, didn't you say your mock exam didn't go well? Same here. I was thinking of picking up some practice workbooks. Want to come? I look at her, sincere. Vera feels like they're not quite at the browse bookstores together stage of things. But she also doesn't really want to say no. I catch the hesitation and smile adding, didn't you say you'd transfer me money? Forget the money. Just take me to lunch after the bookstore tomorrow. Vera has absolutely no argument left. She gives a quiet sound of agreement. Send me the time and place later. I'm going up. Okay, go on. And don't be unhappy. Vera doesn't respond to that. She just looks at me once, then turns and heads up. I make it back to class just in time. After evening study hall, Leo's in a rush and leaves without waiting. I pack up my things already thinking about tomorrow. Besides the bookstore and lunch, where else could we go? I look up and see Stone hovering behind Mia, clearly angling to walk her home. Mia turns him down with a smile. As she looks up, her eyes catch mine. Mia's hand tightens on her bag strap, like she's afraid I'll misread it. She puts a little more distance between herself and Stone and says quietly, don't trouble yourself. She tightens her grip on her strap, worried I'll get the wrong idea, and creates a little space from Stone saying softly, it's fine. I can walk home on my own. See you next week. She sneaks another glance at me, but I'm already gone. Mia's face falls. She turns to Stone with a small smile and hurries out. Tonight, Xiao seems to be going home alone. He was just looking at her. After all these days, has Xiao finally cooled down? Maybe he was waiting for her just now. But then he saw Stone, so he left. She can't help feeling irritated with Stone. It's been his fault from the start. Mia watches the figure up ahead, eyes brightening. Xiao. The moment I hear that familiar voice, I pick up my pace, but there's the sound of running behind me and Mia's voice closes in. Xiao, wait. Let's walk home together. Her voice is bright and easy, but my steps don't slow. We're not going the same direction. Mia pauses. So, Xiao wasn't waiting for her at all. Then, I'll walk you home and go back after. Mia says it softly. I stop dead. I sigh. Mia, what do you actually want? Mia grips her bag strap tighter. I bought her this bag, the watch on her wrist, too. Even the phone in her pocket. Mia only realizes now how much of her life is marked by me. I just want to be good to you, the way you always were to me. Can't you stop being angry sooner? I turn to face her. I meet those wide, innocent, confused eyes. Mia, are you really confused or are you pretending? I look at those wide, innocent eyes. Are you actually confused or just acting like it? I woke up suddenly. I realized how genuinely pathetic and deserving I was. There's no warmth left in my eyes. You're a girl. I've never wanted to be cruel about this. So, just live your own life. Don't do anything for me. I shake my head somewhere between tired and contemptuous. There was never much sincerity in any of it anyway. I turn and walk. Xiao, how do you know I don't have real feelings for you? That's not fair. Maybe I ignored you before. I made mistakes, but I can change. Mia shouts it loud enough to carry. Not far away, Lily and Vera both hear it. They stop at the same moment. They watch me walk out without breaking stride. Nearly at the school gate already, Lily grimaces. They don't usually come this way. Tonight, Lily wanted a walk, so she brought Vera along. Of all the paths, should have taken the other one. She glances at Vera, who hasn't made a sound. Though Xiao doesn't really seem bothered, Lily gives a dry laugh. Looks like they've really fallen out. Vera says nothing. She looks toward where I just walked, already long gone. Then she turns to look back at Mia. And there's already another guy beside her. Have they really ended things? But Mia looked so devastated just a moment ago. How was she already walking out with someone else? Vera can't quite make sense of it. Lily looks too. She seems so hurt, and now she's leaving with another guy. Vera doesn't get it. Lily looks at Mia, too. No wonder people used to call Xiao a simp. This Mia seems to welcome every guy who comes her way. Weren't they together? Vera doesn't understand. They always seemed so close. Come on. A lot of people thought so. But Xiao denied it. Mia denied it, too. But everyone figured it was only a matter of time. Except Mia's behavior tells a very different story. Lily knows her best friend doesn't follow this kind of drama. So, she explains it carefully. Xiao probably just saw her for who she is. Good for him. Honestly, I was never happy for him. Vera nods slowly. Then he must have been hurting for a long time. I head home buzzing with energy. Only to find mom's on a night shift, and the old man has already gone to bed. Nobody left me anything to eat. I go to my room and open a food delivery app, scroll through everything, and nothing sounds good. So, I just post on social media first. Starving at midnight. Could eat a whole cow, but there's no cow at home. Leo is always the first to like it. He leaves a comment, still open, come by. I'm not going out, so I just react to the comment. Then while I'm still scrolling through the delivery app, a message pops up. What do you feel like eating? It's Vera. I'm instantly wide awake. I open the chat, think for a moment, send a helpless little meme, then follow up with, can't find anything I want. Then she calls, a voice call. I'm surprised. A meme, then, can't find anything. Then she calls. I feel a little rush of surprise. I pick up fast. I'm outside right now, not far from your place. There's a street food stall here. What do you want? I frown. You're outside this late? Yeah. Lily wanted a snack before heading home. Just the two of you? Where are you? I stand up. It's 10:30. Two girls out this late, I'm genuinely not okay with that. We're at the night market in the West District. I can pack something up for you. Vera says it again. No need. I was actually heading out for a late night snack anyway. Wait for me. Vera pauses. Didn't she just turn Leo down in the comments? So, why is he coming out now? I've already grabbed my stuff, swapped into shoes, and stepped outside. 2 bus stops from here, about 10 minutes. I'm heading over now. Vera gives a small O, then runs out of things to say. Finally, she manages, then just come eat by yourself. I'm hanging up. Wait, don't hang up. I cut in. Tell me what's good over there. I've never been. I'm jogging toward the bus stop. Vera looks down the endless line of food stalls, slightly uncertain. There's a lot here, though. You should just come see for yourself. Then she wonders if that sounded too cold and adds hesitantly, there's just really a lot. I laugh softly into the phone. I know. Honestly, I just didn't want you to hang up. This is the first time you've ever called me. My voice comes through in broken fragments to Vera's ear. Must be the connection. But, my voice keeps breaking up as it reaches Vera. Probably the signal. But, Vera catches every word. She feels the warmth blooming in her ears. She sees Lily walking toward her and quickly says, signal's bad here. Hanging up. Click. Call duration, 6 minutes 18 seconds. That few words took over 6 minutes? Lily walks up and sees Vera's face completely flushed. Whoa, you're so red. Too warm? It's still cold out, though. Vera dims her phone screen and looks up. Ah, a little. Lily studies her and something feels off. She glances at the phone in Vera's hand. Who were you just talking to? Your heart is going absolutely feral right now, kiddo. Lily immediately starts making faces at Vera. Vera is a terrible liar, so she just changes the subject. What else do you want? I got stinky tofu. This place makes the best. Try some. Vera remembers I said I was coming and takes a small step back. I'm good. I don't know if Xiao can handle stinky tofu. What if he can't? About 7 or 8 minutes later, I'm standing in front of Leo's family stall. Colorful sticky rice balls, the sign says. Vera and Lily are sitting at the little table in the back. Leo stares at me. Didn't you say you weren't coming out? Leo's grandma immediately reaches over to swat her. Is that any way to talk to little Xiao? She beams at me. Little Xiao is hungry. Grandma will make you a rice ball. Go sit in the back. I smile. Thank you, Grandma. Need any help? Little Xiao is hungry. Grandma will make a rice ball. Go sit in the back. I say, thank you, Grandma. Can I help? Grandma waves me off. You just be in the way. Just sit. I wasn't planning to get in the way anyway. I head to the back and naturally take a seat at Vera and Lily's table. Lily greets me with a grin. What a coincidence, kiddo. Vera glances at me, gives a small nod. That's her hello. I smile. Not really a coincidence. I knew you were here and came anyway. So shamelessly direct that Lily can't find words for a second. Her eyes bounce between us. So Vera went red during the call because of you. I wasn't red. It was warm. Vera denies it immediately, but the speed of it makes it worse. I look at her, smiling. You blushed. I didn't even say anything. Lily leans in, delighted. Our Vera is the type who turns red from the smallest tease. Don't let the blank face fool you. She looks aloof, but she's actually adorable. So cute. Vera reaches over to cover Lily's mouth, but the table is small and she stands too fast. The whole table wobbles. I catch it with one hand and put the other behind Vera, ready to catch her if she falls. Careful. Vera feels a rush of embarrassment. She sits back down, face still flushed, and doesn't quite dare meet my eyes. Thankfully, I let it go. Leo comes back quickly with 3 rice balls and 3 drinks. Lily blinks. We didn't order this big. My grandma sent it. Said it's for Zhao's friends. No charge. Lily lights up. Thank you so much. This big. My grandma sent extras. Zhao's friends. No charge. Lily smiles brightly. Thank you. I glance over at the busy stall. Leo smiles and nods. Take your time. Call me if you need more. I've got to get back. Vera says, Leo's in my class. It's just him and his grandma. Both girls look back. Vera says, you two seem to eat lunch together a lot. You noticed? I grin. Beside us, Lily takes a couple bites of her rice ball then drawls. I feel a bit unnecessary here. Maybe I should head out. Vera's voice sharpens. Lily finally smiles and goes quiet. Sticky rice fills you fast, especially with portions this big. By the end, both girls look like they're struggling. But they both glance at Leo's grandma and push through every last bite. I watch them finish and almost say something. If you can't finish, you can leave it for the strays. Grandma made this specially for us. That would be disrespectful. Vera says it seriously. I look at her and give a quiet nod. Thank you both of you. Lily had already eaten before and still forced down every bite of the rice ball. Now she's painfully full and pushes to her feet. I can't. I need to go. My place is just up ahead. 5-minute walk. She looks at me with a grin. Walk Vera home for me, kiddo. Vera opens her mouth. No need. I can get home myself. But I came out specifically to walk you home.